Test it, test it, test it, test it, test it, test it.
Shalom, Israel. With ICBK, start off 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Start off 1969, where we teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians make up the 12 tribes of Israel. We are under command in Junior Hana, and we are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. Officer Gazak Shapar teaching the Sabbath service here today. Where we on 1 Samuel 9.
Right.
We're going to talk a little bit about, what's our title?
We got love for our nation is to hate the other nation.
Yeah, you got to hate. Love for our nation, you got to hate the other nations, man. You got to love yourself and hate these other nations. That's what we're going to title this today.
Right.
We're going to get into it. We have Sister Yasaria here. We got Nayar. We appreciate the sister bringing us some goodies here. Drink, tips, we good. Our captain loves us. He sends us packages over here. Captain Natazar, captain of South Carolina, man. And we have second officer over here, Kazimar. You ready to go?
All good.
All right. Module. Oh, good. State your registry.
Nayar, Banya Howda, Banya Shalom.
Nayar, Banya Howda, Banya Sha'ala.
Yahweh Shimei Shabrakathon.
Yahweh Shimei Shabrakathon.
Lashala.
Lion Shalom.
Scrolls.
Sar. Wapan Yahakwi.
Sarwa Panya Hakwayam. That means everybody stand, turn, and face the east.
It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Sabashamaya.
Sabashamaya.
Qudash.
Qudash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shabka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malataka.
Malakuka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Batazaika.
Messiah.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Baharatazah.
Baharatazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamaya.
Bashamaya.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Lanawa.
Now.
Lakab.
Come.
Call.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakidao.
Wasalakidao.
Kabawakidao.
Kabawakidao.
Kasalakidao.
Kasalakidao.
Kabawakidao.
Kabawakidao.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Kabayayanao.
Kabayayanao.
Wanasayawan.
Messiah.
Abal.
Paul.
Hayashayanao.
Shayanao.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wahala.
Wahala.
Wahatapar.
Wahapar.
Wahalaya.
Wahala.
Ama.
The Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
thy kingdom come.
thy kingdom come,
Thy will be done.
thy will be done
in earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day,
Give us this day
our daily
our
bread.
daily bread.
Forgive our debts,
Forgive us our
as
debts.
we forgive our
As we forgive our
debtors.
debtors.
And lead us not
Lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom,
the power,
the power,
and the glory,
and the glory,
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. This is Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh.
Bahashem,
Hashem,
Yahweh Shah,
Yahweh
Baba Kashah, Nathanawa, Hakak, Hakak, La Pa'ah, Kal Malakah, Wakal Matawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazaria, Hakak, La Hakwia, Hamatia, Hakak, Ara Aqua, Hamata'ala, La Garshi, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, the water, Aman.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai,
Lord, name Yahweh Shai.
please give us the power,
Please give us the power,
to heal all manner,
the heart of all manner,
sickness,
all sickness,
all manner,
all manner
of disease,
of disease,
the power to cleanse the leper,
the power to cleanse the
the
lepers,
power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the
the
dead,
power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean
to
spirits,
cast them out,
cast them out.
in the name of Yahweh
In
Shai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Just bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Baraknau,
Baraknau,
Wayasha'ala,
Wayasha'ala,
Wahabayath,
Wahabayath,
Sapari,
Sapari,
Barak,
Barak,
Rapa'ah,
Rapa'ah,
Magan,
Magan,
Hagan,
Magan,
all of Israel,
Israel, all of Israel,
all of Israel,
all of Israel, all of Israel,
all of Israel,
Commander General Yohana, all of the generals, all of the captains,
all the captains,
all of the officers,
all the officers,
all of the men in the ISHBK,
all the men in the
all the
ISHBK,
sisters,
all the sisters,
all of the children,
all the children. Bahashim,
Bahashim,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
the water.
water.
Amen.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. Lord, in the name of Yahushai,
Lord, in the name of Yahushai,
bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and Israel,
and the school,
and the school.
Bless, shield, and protect,
Bless, heal, shield, and protect
our loved ones,
our loved ones.
in the name of Yahushai,
In the name of Yahushai.
thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121. Asha'ah, Ayanya, oh, oh, Hahariam, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaiah, Waharatazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragoka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yarawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazoka, Ayai, Yamnaka, Yamamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamar, Makorai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'atka, Waba'aka, Ma'aita, Wa'ai, Awalam.
What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. I lift up mine eyes to the hills, from which cometh my help.
My help.
My help cometh from the Lord, who made heaven and earth. Would not suffer thy foot to be moved.
Will not suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber
neither slumber
nor sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy keeper.
The Lord is thy shade upon thy right
The Lord is
hand.
thy shade upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by
The
day,
sun shall smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
The Lord shall preserve
The
thee
Lord shall preserve thee
from all evil. He shall preserve thy
He shall
soul.
preserve thy soul.
The Lord shall preserve thy going
The
out
Lord shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in.
and thy coming in.
From this time
From
forth
this time forth
and even
and even
forevermore.
forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahaya, Adamayah, Laka, Atakarash, Wa'al, Tashakwat, Al, Kayahana, Awabadika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, A'amaka, Yaramawa, Sawada, Wayata, Yatasawa, Altasapawayaka, Armawa, Lakawa, Wanakakida, Makawa, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Awada, Kaya, Natazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Bariyah, Yakawathwa, Alahaya, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagaria, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashath, An Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Amai, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labani Lawat, Salah, Asha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kamadian, Banakal, Kwayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La'arama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yab, Mawa, Kaira, Wakazabah, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Call, Nasayakamwa, Ashar, Armawa, Nasharashah, Nalawa, Na'awa, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatama, Kagaya Gaya, Kakwash, Lapanya, Rawaka, Kaash, Tabaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Haharyam, Khan, Daradakma, Basa Irika, Wabasa, Wabatka, Tabalaham, Mala'a, Panayam, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalawa, Idai, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadawa, Waya, Dawai, Kaya, Ata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labaka, Ayawan, Al, Call, Haratazah. Keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo,
thy enemies make a tumult,
thy enemies make a tumult.
and they that hate thee
They that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up their head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people.
and consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden.
They have said,
They have said,
Come
Come,
and let us cut them off,
let's cut them off.
for being a nation,
Being a nation,
that the name of Israel
the name of Israel,
may be no more in remembrance.
be no more in
For
remembrance.
they have consulted together
They consulted together
with one consent.
1%.
They are confederate against
They
thee.
are better against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom,
Tabernacles of
and
Edom,
the
and
Israelites,
the Israelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes.
Hagarenes,
It's like it. Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
Ammon,
and Amalek.
Amalek,
The inhabitants, it's like it. The Philistines,
Philistines,
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur is also drawn with them.
Ashur is also joined
They have
with
hope in the children of
them.
Lot.
They have opened the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as to the Midianites,
as to the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Syria,
as to Brick,
as to
as to Brook of the sun,
and the brook of the sun,
which perished at Endor.
which perished at Endor.
They became as dung before the
They
earth.
were down to the earth.
Made the nobles like a rare,
Make the nose like a red,
and like Zier.
and like Ziad.
Yea,
Yea,
all the princes at
all
Sabah,
the princes of Sabbath,
and Asamuna,
and Azamuna,
who said,
said,
Let us take to
"Let us
ourselves
take to
the
ourselves
houses of God
the house of God
in possession.
in possession.
O my Yahweh,
Oh my Yahweh,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
stumble before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
fire that burneth
as the
wood,
flame set the mountains on fire.
flames that mount
So
on fire,
persecute them
persecute them
with thy tempest,
with thy tempest,
and make them afraid
make them afraid
with thy storm.
with thy storm,
Fill their faces with shame,
fill thy faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
they seek thy name.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
let them be confounded
let them be confounded
and troubled forever.
and troubled forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let it be put to
let them
shame
be put to shame
and perish,
and perish,
that men may know
men may know
that it's like that men may know
men may know
that thou,
that thou,
whose name alone
whose name alone
is Yahweh,
is Yahweh,
art the most high
most high
over all the earth.
over all the earth. Sorry. Put the scrolls down. Yeshabia means all to be seated. Where we at today?
Yeah, for 1 Samuel chapter 9.
We're on 9, and then we're gonna about to go here today. I'll talk a little bit about. So yeah, go ahead. Go 9. Give me 7 verses of 1 Samuel 9, and then 7 chapters, 7 verses of Hebrew
Right.
in the chapter 9. Right?
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse
And then
1.
y'all intermittently read together. I mean, you read the next one. Okay.
Okay, come on.
What you mean, like, I read the first verse, then you read the second?
That's exactly right.
Go back and forth.
Yeah.
You know, all right. Let's make sure.
All right. 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 1. Ayash, Mabak, Yamayak, Mabak, Yamayan, Mabaniya, Maya, Mabaniya, Mayak, oh, Mayan, Washa, Mawa, Kwayash, Ban, Abba, Abba Yaal, Ban, Taza Taza Rawan, Ra, Ban, Maka Warath, Ban, Apa, Apai, Apayath,
Yak.
Apayak, Ban, Ayash, Yama, Yana, Ya, Gaba, Rawa, Gaba, Wawar, Wawar, Kaya, Kayal,
All right. Verse 2. Wala
And you check what he's doing, right? Go ahead.
wala wa haya ban washa mawa sha'a wa baka warar. It's like bakawar wata watawab wa ayan. Yeah. Ayash maban naya yasharal tawab mama nawa masha kamawa wa- wama wama ala gaba makal itazal. I mean, it's like haya ha'aim. It's like
verse 3. Hatha, Hatha, Abba, Dana, Ha'a, Dana, Wath, Lakwa, Yash, Abiyah, Sha'a, Wal, Waya, Amar, Kwayash, Al, Sha'a, Wal, Banawa, Quath, Na, Na'a, Athak, Ath, Akkad, Maha, Na'a, Rayam, Wakwa, Rum, Wum, Black, Bakwash, Ath, Ha'a, the Na, Ha'a, the Nath.
verse 4.
Let me read verse 4, okay? We all need to get some practice in, right? Okay. Waya I bar bakar aparayam waya bar ba'ar rataza kwa la shala sha wa la'a mataza'a wa ya I bar wa ba'arataza shala I sha I layam wa I yan wa ya I bar ba arataza yamar yanaya la'a wa la'a mataza wa. That's mataza awa. That's why everybody needs to read a little bit more. Go ahead. Get me a little slower. Go ahead.
All right, verse 5.
Mhm.
Hama ba'awa ba'a rataza tazawap washa awal amar lana irawa ashar amawa laka wana shawaba pan yakadal adabaya no abaya so man Ha'atana wath. Wada aga. Lanawa.
That's it. What we got? Verse 6. Yeah, go ahead.
Waya Amar Lawa Hana Hanaha Hanaha Na Na'a Ayash Allah Hayam I Yawa I Ya Azah Ath I Ya I what's like Waha Ayash Nakar but Nakar Bad Call Ashar Yada Bar Bawa Yaba Wa Atha Aitha Nala Ka Sham Awa Ya Aga Yad Lana Wa Ath Dara Kana Wa Ashar Hala Kana Wa Allah Aliyah.
Verse 7. Waya.
Last one, right?
Okay,
Okay, go ahead.
Waya Amar. Sha'awal. Lana I Rawa. Wahana. Nalak. Wama. Nabaya La'ayash Kaya Halakam Azal Maka Layanawa Wata Shawara Ayan Laha Baya Laha Baya'a La'a Yash Ha'a Laha Yam Maha Ata Naya. No, it's like it. Ata Nawa.
For you.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, gotcha. All right, clap it up, everybody. Right? It ain't easy reading Hebrew sometimes. You know, that's why we have to get you involved, get people involved, you know, because I've been reading it for a while, but you can easily just forget some of it. All right, where are we at? Let's read. Give me Cosmar. Give me chapter 9. Then let's talk about this, man. This look like what we're going to talk about. What?
Right.
Chapter 9, right?
Right. No, chapter
9.
9.
Tell people where you are. Who got the chat?
Well, we got Sister Rayat Ribba Officer Asha y'all checking in. We got Lorenzo checking in.
Lorenzo, yeah.
And we got Hakwanaya checking in.
Hakuna, let's clap it up for him, right? Clap it up, man. How about Shem Yahweh Shai? To all my brothers, Yahweh Shemalathan, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. To all of my sisters, and we salute you to checking in the class here. ISUPK, South Carolina,
right,
where our captain is Captain Nathazah. Of course, we're all under Commanding General Yohana, and we're teaching today. We're showing you that you need to love your nation first before you can. So you can love yourself, man, and stay away from all these heathen nations. In this case, it's going to be the Philistines in Africa. Go ahead, talk. Read.
This is 1 Samuel 9:1.
Right.
Now there was a man of Benjamin whose name was Kish,
right,
the son of Abiel, the son of Zeror, and the son of Bechereth, and the son of Aphia, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power.
He was a what?
Mighty man of power.
He's a Benjamite, right?
Right, a Benjamite.
A Benjamite, mighty man of power?
Right, a Benjamite, a mighty man of power.
What's a Benjamite in the yard?
That's the West Indians.
West Indians. That's the people down in the Isles down there, man.
Right.
Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, Jamaica, all of those isles. When they dropped us off on them slave ships and they put us down there, sugar cane, what else? Rice growing down there, and whatever they put us in for their commodity, that's how they got ahead, dude.
Right.
The Africans sold us into slavery, and this heathen Amalek, white man, I'm sorry, the Esau man sold us into slavery, right? Yes. Cool. Yeah, get that heater. You see it over there? You can you make it? It's over there. Yeah, not a problem. I knew that happened. I told you. Just plug it in and can you wait? Lock it for a second. That's your brother help the sister right there, real quick here. You get it together. Lock it for just a second. Help me get some heat up in here. But that's what we got going on is the Benjamites, and then we went into captivity, and at this time, of course, this was a different time right here when Israel, when we reiterate what we were talking about, Israel was building a nation. They had wanted a king instead of the judge that they should have. They just wanted, and so they get ready to select a king, right?
Right.
Benjamite. Go ahead, read verse 2.
So verse 2. Mm-hmm. And he had a son whose name was Saul.
Right.
A choice young man.
Right.
And a goodly, and there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he.
Yeah, what's a choice young man? Anybody know what that is? They say a choice young man. What they mean? They just go in there and just say, "You the one."
Nah.
What's anybody? What does that mean? What's a choice? What it says a choice? What?
Choice. A choice young man.
Choice young man, right? It just means that he was youthful.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's what it means. Choice, and then that was the choices. And then he was a goodlier person. What does that mean? Goodlier. Go ahead, sister.
Goodlier.
Huh? It's goodlier. When they call Saul good, that means and the Bible will actually explain a little bit here. He was a goodlier person, son than he. Finish reading that. From his what? Finish reading that verse 2.
Verse 2.
Right. It'll explain it. Go ahead.
And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man,
right,
and a goodly, and there was not among the children of Israel
a goodly person, right? Son that he start from the top.
And he had a son whose name was Saul, a choice young man, and a goodly. Mm-hmm. And there was not among the children of Israel a goodlier person than he. Mm-hmm. From his shoulders and upward, he was higher than any of the people.
In other words, Saul was a tall man. Go ahead.
Right.
Oh, that was literally that he was tall, or is he talking about
his it's telling you right here from his shoulders.
Oh, okay.
Upward and higher. Okay. Yeah. That means he was a taller person. Mm-hmm. And then Saul, in other words, good fighter. When he goes to war, he's going to be fighting. It's going to be a big, just like the Africans had, what was that, Goliath?
Right.
Saul was a big man. He wasn't no small guy. Contrast to maybe David being a little boy at the time. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So the choice man they put in the battle. In other words, where my sword at here? Sword. Them the ones that went in and protected. Why did they need to do that? Because they had to protect their village, right? So they picked that sword up and of course they have to protect their people, right? Because we were fighting some Philistines back then. Who are the Philistines, man?
Palestinians, right?
No, not Palestine. Philistines. Anybody online? Who are the Philistines? Well, we'll get to it a second here. We'll get to that, but that's what it's going to be. Read verse 3.
So verse 3. Mm-hmm. And the asses of Kish, Saul's father, were lost. Mm. And Kish said to his son, take now one of the servants with thee, and arise, go seek the asses.
In other words, that's talking about the like the donkeys,
Right.
They were lost. And read verse 4.
Verse 4. And he passed through Mount Ephraim and passed through the land of Shaisha, but they found them not. Then they passed through the land of Shalem, And there were not, and he passed through the land of the Benjamites, but they found them not.
What was the land of the Benjamites? Kind of giving you a geographical kind of era. Back then, we lived around, all Israel had their own land. That just goes to show you when the Lord appointed the portion of lands to everybody. The Lord's good to our people. So he said, look, he's setting up the kingdom, man. We had, the Benjamites had their land, Gad had their land, Naphtali, Manasseh, Ephraim,
right,
Zebulun, everybody had their land. Everybody had where they stayed. It's, just like Judah right nowadays, Judah stayed in their own boroughs. Issachar, which is the Mexican, they stayed in they little boroughs. Of course, we're in captivity, but back then we had actually on our own land. Who was the only people that didn't have a land back then? Anybody?
Sound like Judah.
No, actually it was the Levites.
All right.
Levites had no heritage. They didn't have no land. They just rolled around in the tent and did the sacrifices.
Yeah, that's just the priest there.
That's all it was. And so Samuel was one of those priests, and he was also a judge too, right?
Right.
Even Moses was a priest, Aaron, right? Finish reading. So I'm just kind of giving you an idea of what's going on here. Read.
This is verse 5. And when they were come to the land of Zuph, Saul said to his servant that was with him, come, let us return, lest my father leave caring for the asses, and take thought for us. Right.
And so you got an idea. So Samuel, skip over to verse 16 there. It's just trying to tell you a little bit about how Saul his dad, he was the king of Israel, and his daddy told him to go and find my donkeys, man. They lost. Go ahead. Let's say verse 16. Let's go on up to there.
Skip 16.
Yeah.
Okay. This is 1 Samuel 9 and 16.
Right.
Tomorrow, about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin, and thou shalt appoint him to be captain over my people Israel.
Anoint.
No, thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel.
Right.
That he may serve my people.
He may save my people. Start over from the top and read that again. Go ahead.
Tomorrow, about this time, I will send thee a man out of the land of Benjamin.
Right.
And thou shalt anoint him to be captain over my people Israel, that he may save my people Israel.
Save my people.
Save my people out of the hands of the Philistines.
Right. And the Philistines were the enemies back then, right?
Right.
Finish reading.
For I have looked upon my people, because their cry is come unto me.
Right. They're crying out because these people are basically tormenting. Who are the Philistines, man?
It's like if I could.
Yeah, anybody in the chat? Go ahead. Anybody? Who are the Philistines? Anybody in the chat know who the Philistines were? Talk to me. It's important to know who they were, because that was our enemy back then. That was our enemy that Saul had to fight, because he was appointed king, and the king that we should have not had anyway. But now he's appointed because his dad's a Benjamite Kish, and he was appointed. And the Lord basically heard Samuel when he said, "These people want a king," and here we go. Here's Saul, right?
Right.
First king of that Israel, chosen to be king, right? Well, who are the Philistines? Anybody in the chat?
There we go. We got Lorenzo.
Yeah.
He said the Africans.
Clap it up for him, man. Yeah, keep the chat informed, man. It's the only way I know. Yeah, he's the Africans, right? Philistines are Africans, man. That's let you know that they're not our people, right?
Right.
And most people, we're not Africans. You got to understand that. So we had an enemy, right? Finish reading, verse 17.
Verse 17.
Right.
And when Samuel...
Stop.
All right.
Hold on. All right, finish reading.
All right, this is verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
And when Saul saw Saul.
Let's read 17. Hey, let's read every word that's there. Read the word only in front of you. Go ahead.
When Samuel saw Saul,
right,
the Lord said unto him, Behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people.
Right. The same. In other words, Samuel was the what? He was like the prophet, man. He was the prophet that was going to appoint Saul, right? And Saul's making the statement. I mean, Samuel's making the statement, right? Go ahead. Verse 18.
Verse 18. Then Saul drew near Samuel in the gate and said, Tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is.
What's a seer? Anybody? What do you say?
Oh.
He said, read that again.
I pray. It's like
read verse 17. That's all I want you to do. Read 17. Go ahead.
Then Saul drew near.
Wait a minute. Are you on verse 17?
No, I was on 18. It's like I was on 18 just now.
Oh yeah. Let's start at 17. Let's read through 18.
Okay. Verse 17. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said unto him, Behold, the man whom I spake to thee of, this same shall reign over my people.
Right. In other words, he's saying, this is the man that's going to reign over my people. Right? Go ahead.
A seer is a person who like predicts events or some type of
prophesy.
Right.
A seer is the same as a prophet, right? Not predict. Right. You ain't predict nothing. You lean not to your own understanding. You prophesy, right? But a seer is what we used to call, and back in the days, a seer is nothing but a prophet of the Most High. Right? Finish reading 18.
This is verse 18.
Right.
Then Saul drew near Samuel in the gate and said, Tell me, I pray thee, where the seer's house is.
That's right. This is what Saul wanted to know, right? Read.
Verse 19. And Samuel answered Saul and said, I am the seer. Go up before me unto the high place,
right? For
ye shall eat with me today, and tomorrow I will let thee go and will tell thee all that is in thine heart.
Right. And Samuel let him know that I'm the prophet, I'm the seer.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he let him know.
He let them know. Go ahead, verse 20.
Verse 20.
Right. Because those donkeys that they were looking for.
Right.
Go ahead, verse 20.
Verse 20. And as for thine asses that were lost 3 days ago, set not thy mind on them.
In other words, don't think about it, man. Don't even worry about that part. We got more stuff for you to do here.
Right.
Go ahead, read.
For they are found.
They found anyway. Samuel knew, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
And on whom is all the desire of Israel?
Right.
Is not on thee and on all thy father's house.
Read.
Verse 21. And Saul answered and said, Am not I a Benjamite?
So what does that make Saul? Saul was a Benjamite, right? You can
know,
imagine, like, what's a Benjamite? A person that comes from the West Indies, right?
Right.
So go ahead, read.
Am not I a Benjamite,
right,
of all the smallest of the tribes of Israel? And my family the least of the families of the tribe of Benjamin?
Least of all of them.
Of all the families of the tribe of Benjamin? Therefore, then speakest thou so to me. Wherefore, then speakest thou so to me.
In other words, the Benjamite was the smallest of families. Okay.
Right.
So out of all the families that we got, all the way from Judah all the way to Issachar, the Benjamites, that's the smallest of those families, right? Probably one of the largest would be Ephraim.
Right. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
They fruit. Got it?
Right.
Go ahead, verse 22. We got to give you a background because this is your heritage. We need to understand who we are.
Right.
You're not African. That's my point. You're part of the 12 tribes of Israel. Those Philistines who we fought. That's all. That's what we're talking about here. How to preserve our heritage, right? Go ahead, verse 22.
Verse 22.
Right.
And Samuel took Saul and his servant and brought them to the parlor,
right,
and made them sit in the chiefest place among them that were bidden,
right,
which were about 30 persons.
Right. stay. Right? There, that's it. So then they have, I'm pretty sure they got prisoners up there too. But that's a place where the troops are. Where the troops are, all the troop activities go there. So that's what's called a garrison.
Right.
Okay. All right, finish reading.
This
Go ahead, Nick. You had something? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
After that, thou shalt come to the hill of God,
Right.
where is the garrison of the Philistines.
The garrison of the what?
Of the Philistines.
And what does that mean? That's where the Africans had they troopery,
prisons.
man. That's where them
Right.
Hamites would stand.
Right.
Right? Go ahead. Therefore, if you see, so that lets you know we were actively fighting Africa.
Right.
We were fighting the Philistine garrison. Right?
Right.
That's what it is. And we were fighting all the Philistine. They had a garrison right here. Read.
And it shall come to pass,
Right.
when thou art come thither to the city,
Right.
that thou shalt meet a company of prophets
Right.
coming down from the high place with the psaltery,
Saltery.
with the psaltery,
Uh-huh.
and a tabret,
Mhm.
and a pipe, and a harp
These
before them,
are musical instruments. Okay?
Right.
Go ahead.
and they shall prophesy.
They gonna prophesy.
Right.
You know, there's something. They gonna prophesy, man. They prophesy like a seer.
Right.
Only they got instruments, man. They just, this is how we work back there. That's how we roll.
Right.
Read verse 6.
Verse 6.
Right.
And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee, and thou shalt prophesy with them.
That Lord's gonna give them a certain spirit. You're gonna be singing with them too.
Right.
So get that singing spirit now, y'all. It ain't no kumbaya either. This ain't no African spirit. This ain't no cool. You know that really. This
Right.
ain't no church spirit. Was like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's why you can't. This ain't. We had our own vibe, right?
Right.
You don't believe that? Listen to our singers. Listen to what we got going on as singers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We listen. Look at our instrumentation. Look at our people that play instruments. You don't believe that? Listen to. I ain't gonna say country music, but you listen to some of this stuff. But you listen to some of this stuff out here that these Esau put out there, these Africans put out there. It sound like they singing out their nose.
Right.
And, the crazy mess. And even some of these Amalek out there, man, trying to be like us.
Right.
We're not like the other nations. Learn to love your nation, man. When the Lord put a spirit on you, and then and He calls us to prophesy, we're going to be like the Most High wanted us to be.
Right.
In our singing, and our playing, right? And our pipes, and when we play in our harps, right?
Right.
Verse 6. Where you at? Verse 7.
Oh, yeah, verse 7.
Did you turn prophesy? Did you read 6? Yes. Read 6 again.
Oh God. This is verse 6.
Right.
And the Spirit of the Lord will come upon thee,
Right.
and thou shalt prophesy with them,
Right.
and shalt be turned into another man.
To a what?
To another man.
To another man.
Right.
That's letting you know that the Lord has different types of spirits.
Right.
And this spirit right here is going to turn to another man.
Right.
In other words, that's a good thing. Right? Read.
Verse 7. And let it
It
be,
can be. Go ahead.
and let it be,
Right.
when these signs are coming to thee,
Right.
that thou do as occasion serve thee.
Right.
For God is with thee.
But God is what?
Is with
And
thee.
then do it as occasion. In other words, you know that God is with you.
Right.
That's what it means. God has to give you signs, man. And back then, that's what happened, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 8.
8, huh?
And thou shalt go before me to Gilgal,
Gilgal, right,
and behold, I will come down unto thee
right,
to burnt offerings and to sacrifices, of peace offerings.
Right.
7 days shalt thou tarry till I come to thee and shew thee what thou shalt do.
right. Well, go ahead. 9.
Verse 9. And it was so that when he had turned his back to go from Samuel, God gave him another heart.
Another what?
Another heart.
What does that mean? Gave him another mind, didn't he?
Right.
Go give him another thought. Just this is what I want you to think on. Read.
And all those signs came to pass that day.
Right.
Verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And when they came thither to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him.
Right.
And the Spirit of God came upon him.
There's that Spirit of God again.
Right.
This ain't no Holy Ghost bounce off no church down there. Oh, you know, they been the tambourine. This, no. That's not what the church is trying to say. That's not what this ain't the Holy Ghost church up in here.
Right.
This is just you got to understand. Back then, a lot of people copied off of us, man, and then they made it Christianity, really.
Right.
If you really want to look at it that way, that's what Christianity come from. They just basically look at our vibe and our spirit, and that's what they think it means.
Right.
It's so far from the truth, man. This is the real Lord talking with his real people.
Right.
Right? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. There's no African. There's no Christianity going on up in here. Read verse 10.
Verse 10.
Is that what it is, 10?
I can start from the top.
Start from 9, right?
You said 9?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. It's verse 9. And it was so that when he had turned his back to go from Samuel,
right,
God gave him another heart.
Another mind. Go ahead.
And all those signs came to pass that day.
Read.
Verse 10. And when they came thither to the hill, behold, a company of prophets met him. And the Spirit of God came upon him.
Right.
And he prophesied among them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Verse 11. And it came to pass when all that knew him before time saw that, behold, he prophesied among the prophets.
Right.
Then the people said one to another, what is this that is come unto the son of Kish?
Right.
Is Saul also among the prophets?
Right. It's like, people just wondering. This is Saul. Saul among the prophets. Read.
Verse 12.
Saul, he's an anointed king, right? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Verse 12.
Right.
And one of the same place answered and said, but who is their father? Therefore it became a proverb.
Yeah.
Is Saul also among the prophets?
In other words, that's like a proverb saying.
Right.
Smart saying. It's like, is this Saul among the prophets?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 13. And when he had made an end of prophesying, he came unto the high place.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 14. And Saul's uncle said unto him and to his servant, whither went ye? And he said, to seek the asses. And when we saw that they were no more, we came to Samuel.
Right.
Verse 15. And Saul's uncle said, tell me, I pray thee, what Samuel said unto you.
Go ahead.
Verse 16. And Saul said unto his uncle, he told us plainly that the asses were found, but of the matter of the kingdom, wherefore Samuel spake, he told him not.
Right.
Verse 17.
But the matter of the kingdom, wherefore Samuel spake.
Right.
Yeah. Samuel was the true prophet back then, right?
Right.
And Saul had said to his uncle, he told him plainly where these donkeys, man, were found. But the matter of the king, not manner, I said matter.
Right.
But the matter of the kingdom, right? Saul spake, he told him not. In other words, Saul basically had something on his mind about this kingdom, man. Go ahead. And Samuel.
Verse 17.
Right.
And Samuel called the people together unto the Lord to Mizpah.
Right. That's where I think they had actually the Ark of the Covenant, I believe.
Right.
Go ahead. We were reading last week. Go ahead.
Verse 18.
Right.
And said unto the children of Israel, thus says the Lord God of Israel, I brought up Israel out of Egypt, and delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all the kingdoms.
This is the Lord. Thus says the Lord, right?
Right.
By way of Samuel talking, the prophet, right?
Right.
So he's telling them what I've done for you in the past, right?
Right.
Read.
And of them that oppress you.
That who?
And of them that oppressed you.
Oppressed you. Exactly right.
Right.
Right. And what else?
Verse 19.
Right.
And ye have this day rejected your God.
Right.
Who himself saved you out of all your adversaries and your tribulations.
Right.
And ye have said unto him, nay, but said, said unto him, nah, but set a king over us.
In other words, I did all this for you in Egypt, man, but yet they wanted a king over them. Somebody that don't even understand the judgment that you need to have.
Right.
Somebody that's not even understanding what a prophet says, a seer said. You wanted a king on you, right? That's these Christian churches are nothing but kings set up in them churches.
Right.
That's what we talked about, right?
That's right.
Read.
Right. Now, therefore, present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes.
See, by your tribe, all your tribes, present yourself. Go ahead.
It's like
Go ahead.
that's like state your registry, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's right. State your registry. Find out who you find out. You know, in other words, we actually see Samuel's making this official. This is what y'all wanted.
Right.
This is what the Lord said. You want it. This is what we're gonna do.
That's right.
Right. All right. Finish reading.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, therefore, present yourselves before the Lord by your tribes, and by thou sons,
and by
your thousands,
in other words, by all your people.
And by your thousands.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And when Samuel had caused all the tribes of Israel to come near, the tribe of Benjamin was taken.
Go ahead.
Verse 21. When he had caused the tribe of Benjamin to come near by their families, the family of Matri was taken, and Saul, the son of Kish, was taken.
Yeah. This is basically telling them how how Samuel looked at how they wanted a king, and he was telling all the tribes what was going on, basically, right? You know, this is what this is saying. Go down to 11. Go ahead.
This is First Samuel chapter 11.
Yeah. I'm like, let's see. Yeah. Yeah. Go to verse 12. I'm at chapter 12. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
This is First Samuel.
Right.
What the hell? I see. All right. This is First Samuel 12 and 1.
Right.
And Samuel said unto all Israel, Behold, I have hearkened unto your voice and all that ye said unto me, and have made a king over you.
That's in other words, I've listened to you and I've made a king over you, right? Go ahead.
Verse 2.
Right.
And now, behold, the king walketh before you.
Right.
And I am old and gray-headed.
Samuel, all these things that he's been anointed, they found the donkeys.
Right.
In other words, I showed you that I'm a prophet of the Lord. I've anointed Saul, the first king. Saul, the first king. That's what you wanted, right?
Right.
So now he's getting what? Oh, read that again.
Right. He said, and now, behold, the king walketh before you, and I am old and gray-headed.
Yeah, you're old gray. Go ahead.
And behold, my sons are with you.
Yeah. And
I have walked before you from my childhood unto this day.
Now, Samuel had walked with the Lord from childhood until the day.
Right.
In other words, I'm trying to get y'all to hear me. They could have recanted that, said we don't want no king. No, got him in trouble. Go ahead. Verse 3.
It's verse 3. Behold, here I am, witness against me before the Lord.
Yeah.
And before his anointed, whose ox have I taken?
Right.
Or whose ass have I taken?
Right.
Or whom have I defrauded?
He's asking questions. Whom have I defrauded? In other words, I was good. I was a good prophet to you.
Right.
Read.
Whom have I oppressed?
Right. Who I oppressed, man?
Right.
Read.
Or of whose hand have I received any bribe to blind mine eyes therewith?
And you know, Hophni and Phinehas,
They
started. They took bribes.
Oh yeah.
That's what a lot of this started, right?
Right.
And I'm pretty sure it started even before then. You know how people get on those politicians. Well, what was that guy?
Tim Scott.
Tim Scott. You know, he was part of this. He probably was Tim Scott back then.
Right. Exactly.
Taking bribes and wanting to, following whatever the local church leadership says.
Right.
Finish read.
And I will restore it, you.
Right.
Verse 4. And they said, Thou hast not defrauded us, nor oppressed us.
This is the people saying, they answering and saying, hey, you ain't defrauded us, you ain't even oppressed us.
Right.
Right? Samuel's saying, he's really basically trying to say, y'all need to just basically listen to me, man.
Right.
Get this king out of your mind and get the judge, right? Go ahead, read.
Neither hast thou taken out of any man's hand.
Right.
Verse 5. And he said unto them, The Lord is witness against you.
Right.
And he anointed his witness this day, that ye have not found aught in my hand.
Right.
And they answered, he is witness.
they really don't know what they said. They putting the evidence right on them. They basically saying, Lord witnessing what you're saying.
Right.
You really want this kingship? You really want this king?
Right.
3.
Verse 6. And Samuel said unto the people, it is the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron and brought your fathers up out of the land of Egypt.
It is the Lord. Is the what?
It is the Lord that advanced Moses and Aaron.
Right. It wasn't just Moses and Aaron. It was the Lord behind them.
Right.
That's what he's saying.
Right.
And they were Levites and prophets of the Lord.
Right.
Right. They judgment. They had Aaron set up the council, the judge council, and all of that.
Right.
And even Samuel went round and round counseling people.
That's right.
That's what Israel is about. We don't need to be part of this other nation. The other nations, they don't do that, man. No. They basically they run this just like the Edomites wanted. The kingships for them. Read verse 7. Read 7. Yeah.
Now therefore stand still, that I may reason with you before the Lord of all the righteous acts of the Lord,
right?
Which he did to you, to your fathers. Verse 8. When Jacob was coming to Egypt, and your fathers cried unto the Lord, then the Lord sent Moses and Aaron,
right,
which brought forth your fathers out of Egypt.
Right. Yeah. Samuel's telling you, man, this is what you really should want.
Right.
Right. Let's go skip on down to let's say verse 18. Let's say
18.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 1 Samuel 12 and 18.
Right.
So Samuel called unto the Lord and said,
let's go back to just I tell you what, no. We're just gonna keep reading because then we get to it. Go ahead. Finish reading.
17?
Nah, go to 10.
Oh,
9. Yeah, you were there.
Okay, so
9.
9. 1 Samuel 12 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
And when they forgot the Lord their God, he sold them into the hand of Sisera, captain of the host of Hazar, and into the hand of the Philistines, and into the king of Moab.
The hand of the king of Moab.
I was like, and into the hand of the king of Moab.
Those Chinese, right?
Right. And they fought against them.
Right.
Verse 10.
Right.
They cried unto the Lord and said, we have sinned, because we have forsaken the Lord, and have served Baalim and Ashtaroth.
Right.
But now deliver us out of the hand of our enemies, and we will serve thee.
How many times have we heard that? How many times we just the Lord, you just get me out of this right now? Israel always.
We was on the same page.
Yeah, Israel always.
Right.
Slack it for a second.
Slack if I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we was on the same page with that. Israel, we say this so many times, even to this day.
Right.
Just so we can get out of our our captivities, or any situations we've been in as a nation.
Right.
We've done this time after time after time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And that's what it is. This what verse now?
Oh, we was on 12. No. Yeah, we was on 10. So
yeah, gotcha. So basically, in other words, we're in trouble again.
Right.
Now we've been caught serving Balaam, those gods, and Ashtaroth. Right. Finish reading 11.
11. Samuel 12 and 11.
Right.
And the Lord sent Jerubbabel and Badan and Japhath and Samuel, and delivered you out of the hand of your enemies on every side, and ye dwelt safe.
Right. Read.
Verse 12. And when ye saw Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, came against you, ye said unto me, no, but a king shall reign over us.
They still got this king's mind on them. You see what I'm saying? Read.
When the Lord your God was your king.
Right.
Verse 13. And therefore, behold.
Now, therefore.
now therefore behold the king whom ye have chosen, and whom ye have desired.
Right.
And behold, the Lord has sent a king over you.
That's Saul.
Right.
Right. We're just setting the stage to show you how Saul became king.
Right.
The Lord didn't even want a king. That's the whole point.
Right.
He ain't want him. Read 14.
Verse 14. If ye will fear the Lord and serve him and obey his voice,
right,
and not rebel against his commandment
not
of the Lord,
what?
And not rebel against the commandment of the Lord, then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following the Lord your God.
What is this saying? This is saying that even though I didn't even choose a king over you, Samuel's saying this.
Right.
He's speaking on behalf of the Lord. Even though I didn't even choose a king over you, I wanted a judge. He said, I'm going to give you mercy by if you obey my what?
If you will fear the Lord and serve him and obey his voice.
Go ahead. Where you at, verse? Yeah, go ahead, read.
So like, and not rebel against the commandment of the Lord.
That's right.
Then shall both ye and also the king that reigneth over you continue following the Lord. In other words, your God.
I'll allow your king to rule you.
Right.
You ain't gonna have no judgment except for that the Lord presents it.
That's right.
I mean, it's these people still wanted a king. Lord was giving them all, really kind of giving them hints, really. Like he give us, like we get right here, like you said, Lord is kind of like, you really don't need no king, but I'm gonna allow, because that means I'm the one doing all the work anyway.
Right.
The Lord wanted you to do what? Keep the commandments. Follow him. He can't have no dirty people following him.
Right.
He can't have no people that want to go out smoking marijuana. Right. He can't have no prostitutes out there on the street.
Right.
He can't have no rebellious wives, that want to do what they want to do. Right. He can't have no men that want to go out and prostitute out the women out on the street. I'm just making it as plain as I can make it, right? He can't have people go out here and want to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Lord saying, if I'm going to follow you, you're going to sit up here and have TD Jakes over you anyway.
Right.
That's basically what this plan is. Yeah. I'm going to try to, but I'm going to pull y'all from them churches and put you in the ISUPK anyway. In other words, the one that want to. Right. Because that's what it is. You wanted a king over you. We showed you last time how these kings are over you. Right. Go ahead.
Going off of what you said.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Which I learned here in the UPK, ISUPK, our reputation is everything. And who is the most high to have a people that's not representing him, you know what I'm saying, here on this earth. Right. We gotta do what he say. We gotta show these other nations exactly who the Most High is through his people.
You gotta love yourself, man. The Lord wanted you to love. In other words, their whole idea, their whole thought pattern was to go and follow another nation's general consensus of their leadership. Right. Okay. That's what they're saying. The Lord say, look, I'm gonna lead you, but you gotta follow my commandments. Right. And I'll let you have that sort of government over you, but you got to follow me. The Lord did not want it. Samuel didn't want it for him either. Said, haven't I not? What did Samuel say? Haven't I not? Did I sin against you? Right. And did I do? What have I done against you?
Have I oppressed you?
In other words, it probably distraughted him. It probably was like, damn, people, they don't even. I mean, I'm sitting up there, ain't even grateful.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't even grateful.
Right.
Read.
Okay. This is verse 15.
Right.
But if ye will not obey the voice of the Lord,
right,
but rebel against the commandment of the Lord,
right,
then shall the hand of the Lord be against you, as it was against your forefathers.
Against your what? We see forefathers.
Oh, so like against your fathers.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 16.
Right.
Now therefore stand and see this great thing,
right,
which the Lord will do before your eyes.
Yeah, read it.
Verse 17. Mm-hmm. Is it not wheat harvest today?
Right.
I will call unto the Lord, and he shall send thunder and rain, and ye may perceive.
What does that mean, man?
Right.
Anybody? What does it say? Is it not wheat harvest today?
Right.
It said, I will call unto the Lord, and he will what?
Shall send thunder and rain.
You get ready to get some wheat, right?
Right.
Y'all know how you collect the wheat is growing up, right? But you got thunder and rain coming. How they gonna help you? That is a time you do not want. You don't want no thunder and rain.
Right.
Am I right? Am I right? Am I right?
That's right.
You don't. That's this. If any time you want to collect the wheat in the field, you want to be dry.
Right. Right.
Hot is double hockey sticks.
Right.
You want to be. You want. In other words, it's like you know you got to cut. Well, I think we was men opposite outside the bar was talking about the other day. When you get ready to cut the grass, that's actually really you cut wheat because that's what grass is. Really. Rye and wheat. It's really a sort of barley.
Right.
It's a type of wheat, barley, and grass. You don't want no rain, do you, sir?
No.
Hell no. You don't want the rain. You want, but the Lord say, I'm gonna do what? Read 17.
Verse 17. It is not wheat to harvest today.
Right.
I will call unto the Lord,
Right.
and he shall send thunder and rain,
Right.
that ye may perceive and see that your wickedness is great.
Your wickedness is great for wanting a king, man, for wanting to be like that. That's how stiff-necked Israel is, man. That's how we are nowadays. We're wanting to go in and be part of these and have a king rule over you in these wicked churches up in there, man.
Right.
That's what this is really saying. Go ahead, read.
Which ye have done in the sight of the Lord,
Right.
and in asking you a king.
Right. You asking a king?
Right.
You know, you want to solve? That means your whole ideology is going to be about kingship. In America, we to this day still asking for a king.
Right.
So right now, we still want these kings out here.
Right.
You and they just taking your money like it. they taking your money like it's water running, man.
Yeah.
You want a king? The Lord said, these people still we ain't learned our lesson yet. But the Lord ain't failed us. What has he done? He's still by us.
Right.
You know, pulling us out of these churches, man, trying to get us together. Why you think we're not in UBK right now?
Right.
Right?
That's right.
Read.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
So Samuel called unto the Lord.
Right.
And the Lord sent thunder and rain that day.
Mm.
And all the people greatly feared the Lord and Samuel.
The Lord and Samuel, because they know Samuel was a seer. He was a prophet.
Right.
Right? Read.
Verse 19.
Right.
And all the people said unto Samuel,
Oh, Lord. Yep.
Pray for thy servants unto the Lord thy God,
Right.
that we die not.
That's right.
For we have added unto all our sins this evil to ask us a king.
To do what? To ask us what?
To ask us a king.
That's the sin.
Right.
They add all these sins that they've done, they're asking a king also.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You see when when the Lord say, man, you need a judge, man. When he says something, that's what you should do. You
Right.
know, when he tells you, when he tells your the men, you should run your family, man, correctly, man. Get off that za stick.
Right.
When you got stop smoking that dope, man. Get off that crack.
Right.
Off that crack pipe, man. No wonder the women. Give her some leadership. Give the and they tell these women to do what? Follow your husband.
Right.
Follow your husband instead of leaning to your own that I just do what I want to. You're the weaker vessel. How the hell you gonna just do what you want to do? It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? And the white wives, they hear that old bay in there. Lord, they just go crazy, boy. What? Oh, have to bathe? Yeah, you actually have to. Am I right?
Right.
You got to. That's what Saul is saying. See, a lot of people, man, there's nothing wrong with that. Look at these beautiful families that we have it up in here. Clap it up. That's all because we understand that. We understand that thought to obey the Most High, right?
Right.
But our people, but when these wicked churches, what do? They king will do what? Tell them to what? You ain't got what they said. Then the two shall join together and become one. Oh, I'm equal with you now, right?
Right.
Oh, have mercy. What does that say? Equal? They don't say equal. No, it just means that you are married.
Right.
Go ahead.
Wouldn't equal mean that both of you are men?
Yeah. Clap it up, sister. Yeah, we equal. That equal. That means that you can have a man can have a baby. Does that mean you follow what I'm saying? Just these are the things that our people go through with misunderstanding things. That's what the church is teaching them, right?
Right.
So read verse 20.
Verse 20.
Right.
And Samuel said it to the people,
right.
Fear not,
right.
Ye have done all this wickedness.
All this wickedness, right?
Right.
Right.
Yet turn not aside from following the Lord.
That's right.
But serve the Lord with all your heart.
That's right.
Verse 21.
Read.
Turn ye not aside, for then should ye go after vain things.
Vain things. Vain.
Right.
Look up vain, Lorenzo. Read that again, verse 21.
Verse 21.
Right.
Turn ye not aside.
Right.
For then should ye go after vain things.
Go after the vanity, man. All the vain, vanity, and vexation of spirit.
Select.
What you got, Lorenzo? Vain things.
Vain.
Right.
Producing no result.
No result.
Useless.
Useless.
Right.
Right? Turn not aside from keeping my commandments so you won't go after something producing no results.
Right.
Read.
Verse.
Read. I mean, it even tells you right here. Finish reading.
Okay. Which cannot profit nor deliver.
That's exactly the definition that he just read.
Right.
You ain't gonna go ahead.
For they are vain.
That's the feminist move.
That's the feminist move. You got to put that for her, bro. Producing no result because they ain't gonna have no babies behind that, is it?
Right.
But no, they equal, ain't they?
Right.
They equal. I'm weak. You know that back then they had that feminist movement started. They come a long way, baby, to get where we've got to today. That's what they used to be that theme.
Right.
They used to smoke that Virginia Slim, you know. That's where that came from. To people for the women to say I'm equal with the man. That's a demon. That's pitted from hell. Go ahead.
So, like, if I could,
Go ahead.
there was a study that came out recently where it was talking about how the feminist movement was pushing for women to get equal pay, and they had looked at like the price gap, the pay gap between men and women, and I think it was like maybe like I think men made 40% more than women, but men worked 60% more than women did.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
like
right.
You working the bare minimum, but you wanting that overtime pay.
That's right. I also seen it too where women said, I'm strong like the women, and they get up there on that pole, up there climbing something, man, and fall the hell down. And I'm just as strong as a man. See, I want the same pay, and they unaliving themselves up there, man. Trying to do jobs better, these Wichita linemen up there. Listen, you are not a man. Stay down there and do the job that you can. If it's a computer or sewing dresses or whatever, if it's up, go ahead, sir.
So like I was gonna say that I used to have this rib that used to want to do everything herself. She ain't want to listen to me for nothing.
I ain't want to listen.
And one day I told her, don't mess with the tire. When I get off, I'm gonna put the tire on. Don't worry about it.
Right.
So she went and did it herself. She go driving down the road, the whole tire come off the car.
See? Now here you are, done got an axle messed up, brakes, the rotor messed up, everything messed up because you didn't listen. Go ahead.
It's like, man, I seen a post last night. The sister said, I'm tired of being independent. I'm too pretty to have I'm too pretty to pay bills. I need a man.
You're pretty to pay bills, eh? What you gonna bring to the table?
Oh boy.
See the In other words, we're talking, man. These vain things. In other words, you need to learn the order of what you should be following, man. In Corinthians, man, First Corinthians, you should learn the order of the family and learn. And the woman, understand it, because you can't have. There ain't no equality in the family. A man is the head of the household. I mean, I ain't gonna get off into that one, but I'm just kind of sure. But these kind of problems that they had, and the Christian church addresses this like. Oh, don't worry about it. You don't believe that? Look at these churches up. How many in there? Who in there? More women or men?
A lot of
It seems like women, right?
Huh?
It seems like women. More women.
Yeah.
sodomites.
Why? Because them preachers, them preachers are them fake kings. They know that I get my money from. He knows the disparity of their women, more women than men. So, but he can teach them and tell them what he wanted to do.
Right.
But the men, they look at him like, what? Go ahead.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
2 Timothy 3:6.
Read that, sir. Oh, no. Want somebody else to read it, sir? Go ahead, read.
Matter of fact,
Go ahead.
starting verse 5 says, having a form of godliness,
Right.
but denying the power thereof,
That's right.
from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses
Right.
and lead captive silly women laden with sin,
Right.
led away with diverse lusts.
Led away. These are the things that we were doing back then, man, and still doing. Go ahead.
Right.
What was that? What was that?
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5
Right.
through 6. 5 and 6.
Right. Form of godliness, man. But this is the vain things that the Bible says, turn aside from these vain things.
Right.
Turn aside from that. Form of godliness. But they really denying the real power. What's a woman's real power, since we're on that? What?
Silence.
Yeah, that's part of it. Go ahead.
Okay, so obedience,
Yeah.
submission, supportive, being a good mother. If we don't know how to be a good mother, listen to how I want to learn how to be a good mother.
Right.
Listen to how I want to learn how to dress.
Right.
Listen to how I want to learn how to act.
Right.
Listen to how I don't want in general.
Right. So can we safely say, since y'all on that, y'all hold the women. It actually means your femininity. Your femininity. No man want to hear that. You don't think they went through this back then? This is what Saul had to rule up with. Samuel had to put up with. This is what Samuel had to put up with.
Right.
Everything Sister Sharad just mentioned and even Yasaria mentioned are basically feminine qualities. All right? Femininity. That's what does it. That's what it is. Understand. That's what when you put that over your head, you're basically saying this is your real power.
Right.
You want to know your real power?
That's right.
Your femininity. You want your husband you want a good husband, be feminine.
Right.
Go ahead.
It's like if a could
I'm
go
gonna make this a feminine
Go on.
class.
Right. It's just
Go ahead.
quick, since we on the subject real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's why we went over, you know what I'm saying, with the sister Esther, which is also a Benjamite, you know what I'm saying, which we're talking about now, you know what I'm saying, with these Benjamites, with Samuel. You know what I'm saying? Her femininity saved our whole nation.
Whole nation.
Saved our all our people.
Who she followed?
She followed her what was it? Mordecai, her
Right.
What was it, her uncle?
Right. Turn aside from these vain things.
So like if I could.
Go ahead.
It said me what he said. He
Right.
said that Esther's femininity
Right.
saved the whole nation.
Whole nation.
But there's many brothers who have died because of a woman trying to be masculine.
Right.
You understand? Like, cause I know in Anderson where I live at, when I was coming up, like I remember there was a whole war started in Anderson between South Side, Never Forest, East Side, all because of one chick.
See? Right there. Vain things, man. Just turn aside from these vain things, man.
Right.
They can't profit you nothing, the Bible says, nor deliver you.
Right.
They can't. They are vain. And take the Bible for what it says, and you'll grow from that.
Right.
Finish reading verse 22.
Okay.
Where we at? 22?
Oh no, we was on 12 and Oh yeah, you skip down there. So like, it's 1 Samuel 12 and 22. For the Lord will not forsake his people
Right.
for his great name's sake,
Right.
because it hath pleased the Lord to make you his people.
Right. It's pleased the Lord to make his people, right? If you keep his commandments. Right. Let's read.
Verse 23. Moreover, as for me, God forbid that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you. But I will teach you the good and the right way.
Yeah, this is Samuel, right? Trying to a true prophet, true seer,
Right.
true prophet, telling you how families should run. Go ahead.
Verse 20.
How things should happen, right?
Right. Verse 24.
Right.
Only fear the Lord.
Only do what?
Only fear the Lord.
Only fear the Lord. Oh, not these other nations.
Right.
Not Philistines. Not the Ammonites.
Right.
Only fear the Lord, man. Read.
And serve him in truth with all your heart.
With all your heart, all your mind. Go ahead.
For consider how great things he hath done for you.
Right. That's what he's saying when Moses and Aaron took you through the Red Sea and all that. Because that's what Samuel went through. Samuel understood those stories, man.
Right.
Read.
Verse 25.
Right.
But if ye shall still do wickedly, ye shall be consumed, both ye and your king.
The Lord, that was a prophecy.
Right.
Read verse 13. Go on.
Verse this is 1 Samuel.
Chapter 13. Go ahead.
1 Samuel 13 and 1.
Right.
Saul reigned 1 year.
Right.
And when he had reigned 2 years over Israel.
That's right.
Verse 2. Saul chose him 3,000 men of Israel.
3,000. Now get ready to get in some fight up in here, right?
Right.
Read.
Whereof 2,000 men, it's like 2,000 were with Saul and Mishmash, and with it's like in mouth Baal, and 1,000 were with Jonathan in Gibeah.
That's Jonathan was Saul's son.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Of Benjamin.
That Saul was the new appointed king, right? Read. The one that the Lord said, I ain't asked for no king. I ain't asked for you to do that. But I'm going to be with you if you do what? You keep my commandments, right?
Right.
Read.
And the rest of the people he sent every man to his tent. Verse 3.
Go ahead.
And Jonathan smote the garrison of the Philistines.
What's a garrison again?
Prison.
Yeah, raise your hand. All right. Yeah, you're right, but just raise your hand. In a place where these troops, the Philistines garrison was these troops because the Lord was people fighting who the Philistines again? Anybody? Go ahead. Africans, right? Clap it up.
Right.
I think Lorenzo said that too in the chat.
Right.
They're Africans, man. Go ahead.
Stinking.
We're gonna get into that in a second. What did you say, sir?
Stinking.
Africans, right? And the Lord is showing you what this little fight here. Go ahead. Verse 3. Where we at? What verse we at?
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
And Jonathan smote the garrison of the Philistines.
That means what smote? That means he took his sword out,
right,
and with his people, and the ones that, because he don't have the people split right there, right?
Right.
One with Saul and one with Jonathan. Read.
That was in Gabah, and the Philistines heard of it. And Saul blew the trumpet throughout all the land, saying, let the Hebrews hear.
Let the who?
Let the Hebrews hear.
That lets you know that he ain't said let no Africans hear. The Lord letting you know who we are, right?
Right.
Chosen priesthood, royal generation, right? Go ahead. Verse 4, right?
Verse 4. And all Israel heard, it's like, and all Israel heard say that Saul had smitten a garrison of the Philistines.
That means Saul. Oh man, that's a great thing. What?
Right.
Right. Go ahead.
And that Israel also, it's like, was in an abomination with the Philistines.
Start from the top and read that again. Verse 4.
Verse 4. And all Israel heard say that Saul had smitten a garrison of the Philistines, and that Israel also was had in an abomination with the Philistines. And the people were called together after Saul to Gilgal.
What are they talking about up here? It's going to bring you back to what Officer Natazar Gabar was saying.
Right.
These thinking Africans
Right.
Our people had abominized, I would say, I would like to use that word, ourselves with these heathens.
Right.
The Lord said, don't be mixing up here with these heathens, man.
Right.
That's where they fighting. To the spoils of war. Don't you think they saw some women up in there?
Right.
And they were African women. Philistine women.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Lord said, do separate yourself. Don't be mixing up with these Africans, man. But what they do, they said some of our brothers probably said, man, I don't slew about 4 or 5 of these Philistines. I'm gonna take, look at this. I see this Philistine wife over here that I'm gonna take.
Right.
The Lord told them not to take that. Did he not?
Right.
Read that text again, man.
Verse 4.
He said an abomination. Look up abomination. Look that up. Let me. In other words, they had gotten into when the Lord said they had an abomination. What do you think that means?
Right.
They ain't had a son to go to meeting. Go ahead, sis.
So like you said, an
Mhm.
abomination, a thing that causes disgust or hatred.
Right.
Some just clap it up for the sister, man. Disgust or hatred. They must have really been some going ons up in here, man.
So,
Right?
right.
Disgust and hatred, man. Right?
Right.
In other words, they were sitting up here sleeping with the Africans that they had conquered.
Right.
That's basically a way of saying it.
Right.
Right? You know what I went to the Bible says, the concordance says about that, H887.
Right.
It says to have a bad smell, smell bad. It's talking about abomination, right?
Hey.
To stink, to stink, smell bad. What else? To become odious, to make oneself odious. Good Lord. Now that's the context of the word. To stink, emit a stinking odor, to cause. He said stinking Africans, did you not, sir?
Right.
And I'm telling you, the context of the word, he's right on it.
Right.
To cause the stink of wickedness. Pretty much the definition you just read, right? To make oneself odious, to abhor.
Right.
That's the abomination that they were going through. That's what we had gone. That's what our people had gotten mixed up with these Africans.
Right.
Instead of them joining their own wives, they had to sport to the victor. What was that? To the victor of the spoils of war, right? They got the spoils of the war, and they got these women over here, and they did. The Lord didn't tell. Where is this that told the Lord to do that? Read that again, verse 4.
Verse 4.
Right.
And
Anybody
all
in the chat over there?
no.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 4.
Right.
And all Israel heard say that Saul had smitten a garrison of the Philistines.
Right.
And that Israel also was hand in an abomination with the Philistines, and the people were called together after Saul to Gilgal.
What is Saul doing up in here? He's in charge of the people. Jonathan and Saul and Saul. This is what a king allowed to go on.
Right.
Or if it didn't, why is it here? Right? Finish reading verse 5.
Verse 5.
Right.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together to fight with Israel, 30,000 chariots and 6,000 horsemen.
Right.
And people as the sand which is on the seashore,
right,
in multitude.
Right.
And they came up and pitched in Mishmash, eastward from Bethaven.
Yeah, let's go back. let's hang out here on this abomination that they done done here. What the Lord, that's why the Lord tells us to separate ourselves from these other nations, man. You need to know who you are, right? Give me 2 Corinthians 6 and 17. Separate from these nations. Touch not what? Anybody got that?
Yeah.
2 Corinthians 6 and 17. You know what the Bible says about it. It tells us, and even before that, it says the Lord didn't even want you, even in Egypt. Aren't the Egyptians Africans?
Right.
Aren't the Philistines Africans? And give me Exodus 8 and 23. Somebody.
Okay.
Lord told you to do what?
I get done.
he told you to separate from these people. Don't read what you got. You got something in your? What you got?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 16.
6 and 17.
Oh, so it's like verse 6, verse 7. 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17.
Read.
But he that is joined unto the Lord is one spirit.
Second Corinthians.
Oh, seconds, like
6 and 17. Second Corinthians.
He said Exodus.
Yeah, go ahead and read Exodus. You got it?
Wait, which one you said?
8:23.
It's Exodus 8 and 23.
Right.
And I will put a division between my people and thy people. Tomorrow shall this sign be.
In other words, the Most High is saying, I'm putting a division between you. You are not the same as the Africans.
Right.
So if you ain't the same with them, you damn sure better not be marrying them.
Right.
You better not be commit no abomination with them. That's what this is saying. The Lord will let you know that there's a division. What does division mean? What does it mean, division? Look up that word division, man. Let's make sure we understand it. So our people out there, we make sure that you ain't got no business being abominable, first of all, with nobody. Especially up in here, these Philistines that they were fighting. Saul had messed up as a king. That's the point.
Right.
Right? What you got?
Division.
Put a division. Right, go ahead.
The act of separating something into parts,
Right.
or the process of being separated.
In other words, the Lord said, separate.
Right.
Put a division, right? Between Israel and these, back then it would have been the Pharaoh's people. That's the Egyptians. And now he's saying, and I'm applying this, put a division between any African, including the Philistines they were fighting, right? Go ahead, 2 Corinthians.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 17.
Right.
Therefore,
Right.
come out from among them.
Mhm.
Be ye separate,
Be
saith
what?
the Lord.
Be what?
Be ye separate,
Right.
saith the Lord,
Read.
and touch not the unclean thing,
Yeah, don't touch it.
and I will
Right.
receive you. Listen.
Right? Okay. They should not have been around that. Right?
Right.
Touch not the what? Unclean thing?
Right.
You can't be no more unclean than what we described here. But that's what Saul was going through. He had done that, right?
Right.
He had caused his people. What verse was that? Did you finish reading that?
Whole concept.
Touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive. So if you touch it, then we ain't gonna receive you.
Right.
Right? Go ahead. Go ahead. Verse, where we at?
Oh, so like we are at. So was that chapter 4, verse?
What verse you on? You keep up
It's
with
like
verse you
I
at?
lost it because I changed the page. So
Why
like,
are you losing the page? Come on, let's get it.
it's like
We start chapter 13, what?
okay. Guys, it's like we have verse 5.
Right.
All right, we have 1 Samuel 13 and 5.
Right.
And the Philistines gathered themselves together to
Right.
fight with Israel,
Right.
30,000 chariots
Right.
and 6,000 horsemen.
Right.
And people,
Mhm.
people as the sand is on the sea shore in multitude, they came up and pitched in Mishmash eastward from Beth-Haven.
Mhm.
Verse 6.
Right.
When the men of Israel saw that they were in a strait.
Look up straight. I think that's like a place where they basically could get out of. It's like it's like it's water.
Right.
And they kind of cornered themselves. Look up the strait. Strait. What you got?
Straight, a narrow passage of water
That's
connecting
it.
two seas.
That's it.
Right.
Narrow by strait, a long piece of water and connecting two seas. And they sitting up here in this strait, right? Cornered. Go ahead, read.
For the people were distressed.
Of course you would be.
Yeah.
Read.
Then the people did hide themselves in the caves And then the people did hide themselves in the caves,
Right.
and in the thickets, and in rocks,
Right.
and in high places, and in the pits.
And in pits. They hide themselves. Why? First of all, they knew they had done wrong. That's number one. Right?
Right.
They knew they had done wrong, right? What else? They were in the strait. See, in other words, now their leadership was messed up.
Right.
You mean Saul gonna lead them into a strait? You know, people that now they all messed up. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. And some of the Hebrews went over Jordan,
Right.
to the land of Gad,
Right.
and in Gilead.
Right.
As for Saul, he was yet in Gilgal,
Mm-hmm.
and all the people followed him trembling.
Right.
Verse 8.
They fall. Why they following him trembling? In battle, why they following him trembling? They're supposed to be courageous, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, read.
Verse 8. And he tarried 7 days, according to the set time that Samuel had appointed.
Right.
But Samuel came not to Gilgal, and the people were scattered from him.
Right. Now, if your Samuel, your leadership, if Samuel the prophet doesn't come, the righteous leader,
Right.
and all you got is Saul, the one that allowed them to commit abominations and go off and scavenge the women, and you here in a strait, you kind of messed up right there. Like, Lord ain't leading me.
Right.
Lord ain't with them.
Right.
That you see what I'm saying? Lord, these people knew it. It says in some of the Hebrews over Jordan, they were getting scattered here, man. They were trembling, right?
Right.
Read verse 8.
Verse 8. I was like, I think I just read it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. 9.
No, verse 9. And Saul said, bring hither a burnt offering unto me, and peace offerings. And he offered the burnt offering.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10.
This is Saul now, right?
What?
Saul gonna offer something, and now he doesn't allow his people to go out and commit abominations, but yeah, he gonna offer something.
Right.
Think about it. That sound about like the Christian church.
Right.
You know, my people. In other words, y'all going out party, let the women. They can say so many Hail Mary full of grace. They say, go, well, but can I go out and party? Yeah, go ahead and party. But you come in here and you can just say, just as I am, foot altar. That's pretty much what Saul was doing right here.
Right.
Read verse 10.
Verse 10.
Right.
And it came to pass that as soon as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering,
Right.
behold, Samuel came.
The real true prophet came. Somebody with real seer understanding. The real prophet. Read.
And Saul went out to meet him,
Right.
that he might salute him.
That he might, yeah. How about Shanyal Shah Brakhtah? Just tell him
Right.
he's respecting Saul, even though you didn't mess up.
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 11.
Right.
And Samuel said, what hast thou done?
That's what he's saying. What you done, man? What you done did?
Right.
You got the people scared. You let them in the strait. You got them up here abominizing with these African women over here. Don't even love yourself, man.
Right.
What's our title, Melissa?
Love for our nation is to hate the other
You
nations.
gotta hate these other nations, man. Go ahead, Lorenzo. You have something to say? Yeah, dude, you gotta hate these other nations, man. You can't be part of them. You gotta separate from them. You can't love them.
Right.
And that's what Saul had done.
Right.
Read.
And Saul said, because I saw the people were scattered from me,
Right.
and that thou camest not within the days appointed,
Right.
and the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash.
Right. This is what Saul was disoriented, wasn't it?
Right.
He didn't know what was going on, man. He should have been following who? Samuel,
Right.
the true prophet. Right?
Yeah.
Because that in following Samuel, he would have been following the Most High.
Right.
When you follow Commander General Yohana up here, you're actually following the Most High.
Right.
Right? When you follow TD Jakes and the Preferred Dollar, now who you following? You just called you in the church. Go ahead.
You following Swallow Love.
you follow the swallows.
Right. Right.
And we ain't talking about no birds either.
Right.
Swallow follow.
Let's just say it again.
Oh, swallow follow.
Yeah, the swallow follow. You following them.
Goodness.
So Saul, he was leading the people into a full-out mess. Understand?
Right.
The people were disoriented, and that's what the Christian church is out here. Our people wanted kings; those are the kings over them. You know, all these politicians and even our people in these wicked Christian churches, right?
Right.
You know, they wanted it. This is what they wanted, right? And here's Saul sitting up here like, that's what Samuel's saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see you. I see you. I see you. You done got into the swallowing business. I see you. I see you, Saul. I got you. I see you. Yeah, you're right. I got you. But this is what Samuel's saying. You fool. Anyway, now go ahead. Read verse 12.
Verse 12.
Right.
Therefore, Therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me to Gilgal,
right.
And I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
The Philistines will come upon me. Look up supplication, man. I've come. In other words, I ain't made the proper things, the proper protocols. Just hold your horses there, brother. Just little classes, just keep it going like it is. That's the order, okay? All right, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fine. All right, look up supplication.
All right.
What you got? And while he's looking up that, you know who else following these Africans, man? IUIC, ain't it?
Right.
African last, don't we got something on that?
Oh, yeah.
For that?
Yeah, we sure do.
Show me who following these, who's cohabitating with these Africans up here, man. Well, we got some lavender lads out there.
Oh yeah.
Nasty Nates. They following. The Lord say separate. Don't be following these people, man. Well, what they doing? Don't like no separating to me.
All right.
Read, show me. Give me some excerpts from there, man. What you got? Supplication. Mm-hmm. Saul should have been following Samuel and the Lord. He's sitting up there. Now he done got himself mixed up with the abominations with Africans.
All right.
What you got there? Who is that?
Nasty Nate.
That's Nasty Nate. And where he at? He following the Philistines. He following the Africans too, ain't he?
Right.
What you got up there? A video?
Yeah.
You gotta go ahead. Or a something to saying that he's following. Go ahead.
Some of you know, some of you may not know. IUIC, all right, Israel? Hey, Shalom, Israel. This is the new project the IUIC is working on, building a school from the ground up in Africa. You can see the dates at the bottom of your screen. They started January. Okay, the brothers out there. We have our brothers and sisters in the UK spearheading this event.
That's good stuff.
I just want you to see the various progress.
Look, I just want you to see that they're cohabitating and have a spearheaded project in Africa. Isn't it? Go ahead.
What does that mean, spearheaded?
That means to start. They're starting up something, it's a start of it, like the start of a spear, and then of course the rest of it. But that's the African project. What is that? The school?
Right.
Yeah, you can get off that, man. I just wanted you to see that. That's enough on that, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what you say. That's IUIC, the Lavender Lads, the people that have broken away from the Lord. I don't think they never was. They done, what do you call them? The Lavender Lads, right?
Mm-hmm.
They done broke away and they joining the Philistines, the Africans, and the who else? The Egyptians. They over there. I don't know. They didn't say what Nigeria?
Right.
What difference does it make? Go ahead.
Ghana.
Yeah. It don't matter. Square head, rock head, whatever. They still the same folk, ain't they?
Right.
The Ghanese, they all look about like half like. Y'all. But anyway, that's Nate. That's what his job. That's what he thinks he thinks he needs to do. And that is not the Lord's, that is not what the Lord said for him to do.
Right.
You don't see us over there. But Samuel, that's the same idea as Samuel telling Saul, what have you done?
Right.
So I say, Nate, what have you done? Same deal. Same thing, right? Read, where we at?
Yeah, at verse. We have verse 8. Verse 8.
Verse 8, 14 and 8.
Oh,
You are?
13 and 8.
I'm sorry, 13 and 8. Go ahead.
This is 1 Samuel 13 and 8.
Right.
And he tarried 7 days according to the set time Samuel had appointed.
Mm-hmm.
But Samuel came not to Gilgal,
Mm-hmm.
and the people were scattered from him.
They were scattered. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
Right.
And said, bring hither the burnt offering to me and peace offerings.
Right.
And he offered the burnt offering. Verse 10. And it came to pass that as he had made an end of offering the burnt offering, behold, Samuel came, and Saul went out to meet him, that he might salute him.
Yeah, now y'all take over, start reading. Verse 11 there. 13 and 11. Give him a rest for a second there. 13 and 11. Read.
Samuel said, what hast thou done? And Saul said, because I saw that the people were scattered from me, and that thou comest not within the days appointed, and that the Philistines gathered themselves together at Michmash.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 12. And therefore said I, the Philistines will come down now upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
So what a supplication is?
Supplication.
Right. Preparation, right?
The act of asking or begging for something.
Right. In other words, I ain't prayed to the Lord, basically. Right? Basically what he's saying. I ain't even, in other words, Saul, the Philistine gonna come down to me because I ain't made a proper praying to the Lord. He should have been asking for Samuel. And that's why at the appointed time Samuel didn't go.
Right.
Read.
And offered a burnt offering.
Right.
Verse 13. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly.
No. Go back, read 12 again.
Therefore I, the Philistines, will come down now upon me to Gilgal, and I have not made supplication unto the Lord.
Right.
I forced myself.
What?
I forced myself.
The
Therefore,
Lord ain't never told you to force yourself to do nothing. Read.
and offered a burnt offering.
Right. Yeah, Lord ain't asked you to force yourself. You get an HBK, he ain't asked you to serve the Lord like that. You don't go and forcing yourself. You do it because you want to do it. You desire to do that. You know, I force myself. I don't really want to go to Passover. I don't really want to come to Sabbath service, but I just kind of force myself. Go ahead, finish read.
Verse 13. And Samuel said to Saul, thou hast done foolishly.
And he called him basically, you fool. Right?
Right.
Read.
Thou hast not kept the commandment of the Lord thy God.
Right. He didn't keep the commandments, man. Which what?
Which he commanded thee, for now would the Lord have established thy kingdom upon Israel forever.
Right.
Verse 14. But now thy kingdom shall not continue.
Right. The kingdom. In other words, what is he really saying here to him? Read verse 14 again.
But now thy kingdom shall not continue.
Right.
The Lord have sought him a man after his own heart.
Ooh, man, I bet you Saul had a pain from the head to the toe.
Right.
He's saying, Your kingdom ain't gonna continue. He probably said, "Oh my God."
Dang.
You know what that means? Is basically he probably felt a sword right in his side, right there. You mean you ain't gonna use me no more? I gotta give back my card.
Right.
I ain't do right, did I? I mean, there's other things too. You read on later. The Lord and Saul didn't. He not only did he didn't kill the Philistines and stay away from them, and committed an abominable thing with the wives and all that.
Right.
He also didn't kill the Amalekites either. That's another story down the road here.
Right.
Okay.
God.
But this is what it is. He's prophesying right here. So, Samuel ain't sparing no spears, man.
Right.
He letting them know what's going on here. Read.
And the Lord have commanded him to be captain over his people, because thou hast not kept that which the Lord commanded thee.
Samuel is saying, Saul, you didn't do what I asked you to do, man. Now, if you would have done what you would have done, the Lord already knew, but he had to let these people know.
Right.
That let them know that y'all ain't doing it right. But I have to let y'all see it. It's like a child, man. They can say, "Oh no, I can do it, Mom," and then they don't do it, and they're looking at you like a little wet puppy. That's messed up, ain't it? Yep. Sure enough. Like in other words, I know you couldn't do it at first, but I got to let you see it.
Right.
I got to slap your hand when you do it. So that's what my grandma used to do. Boy, I knew you couldn't do it anyway. But why you tell me? Because you wanted to be hard-headed like Saul right here. I had to show you. I told you to follow me. In other words, what did he do wrong? Went down there, been an abominable, let his men be abominable,
Right.
and then everything went down from that. He's sitting up there taking over Philistine. Nobody took over a whole garrison. Then he said, "Did you see the women on his act?" Hey man, you see what I'm saying? This nasty Nate. You in IUPK, probably never would. And then the next thing you know, you stepping out. Now you raising up camps in Africa. You raising up abominations over there.
What?
That's basically the same stories, man.
Yeah.
This is what our people up in the churches. You got nasty Nates, you got GMSs, and who else? All of them. David, whoever the people are, I don't know. There's only one real truth, man.
Right.
That's Commander General Yohana and ISBK is the only truth on the face of this earth. You need to get in here. If you don't realize that, then you're just like Saul. Get into the ISBK. Understand who you are, man. Finish reading. Where we at?
Verse 14.
What? How many? 14? Okay.
Oh, it's like, I think
15.
15. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
verse 15. And
Right.
Samuel arose
Right.
and gat him up from Gilgal,
Right.
unto Gibeah of Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
And Saul numbered the people that were pressed. Oh, it's like the number. And Saul numbered the people that were present with him, about 600 men.
How many?
About
many?
600
How
men.
many he started off with? He
Shit.
got 600 men. Man. Go ahead.
Yeah. 2,000.
Sorry for 3,000.
Yeah.
Something like that. He started off with a few thousand. I can't remember how many. But wasn't no 600.
Right.
I mean, because if he done killed all this, and I understand, we didn't have battle to go on here, but 600 men, right?
Right.
Read.
Verse 16. And Saul and Jonathan, his son, and the people that were present with him abode in Gibeah
Gibeah.
of Benjamin. But the Philistines encamped in Michmash.
Yeah, they were all around. All right. Get that door right there. All right. Okay.
Verse 17.
All right.
and the spoilers came out of the camp of the Philistines in three companies. One company turned unto the way that leadeth to Ophrah, unto the land of Shual, verse 18. And another company turned the way to Beth Horon, and another company turned to the way of the border that looketh to the valley of Zeboim, toward the wilderness.
Right.
Verse 19. Now there was no smith found thereout all the land of Israel.
All right.
For the Philistines said, lest the Hebrews make them swords or spears.
Right. And we're gonna finish this story next week. You gotta understand something, man. That had become a place of confusion, man.
Right.
But the Most High wants you to separate, man. That's the root cause of the demise of the black man. Right. It recognize that that's the reason why people can't get off drugs, man.
Right.
Because we join these other nations, these other Africans, the Edomites, these oppressors that have messed us up here, right? We don't even love ourselves, man.
That's right.
That's the reason why we got. That's the reason why we got problems, man. Gotcha. Okay, that's the reason why. You understand? Okay, so we're going to stop class and we'll finish it up on finish this up next week, right? Right. Maggia. Get scrolls. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Sir.
Sir. When you Hakwiyah.
Sir,
When you Hakwiyah. Which means turn the face to the east.
Right.
In the Hebrew. It's the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shokah. Yahweh. Malataka. Taba'ah. Radazayka. Hayah. Asha. Baratazah. Kawa. Hayah. Bashamayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Call. Yawam. Wasalaki now. Kabawati now. Kasalaki now. Kabawati now. Wala'ah. Tabayaya now. Manasaya one. Abal. Hayashaya now. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Wahala. Wahatapar. Wahalayim. Aman.
When we say in Hebrew, we say in English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth, in earth. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts. Forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. So be it.
This is Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, All, Aharia, Mahayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Waharatza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayai, Yamyanka, Yabamam,
Yamam,
Hashamash,
Shamash,
La'a,
La'a,
Yakaka,
Yaka,
Wayarak,
Wayarak,
Balayala,
Layala,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamark,
Shemar,
Makorai,
Makorai,
Yashamar,
Shemar,
Atnapaska,
Atapasta,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Yashamar,
Shemar,
Taza'aka,
Tazata,
Waba'aita,
Labaida,
Ma'aita,
Aita,
Wa'ai,
Ai,
Awalam.
Awalam. What we said in Hebrew, we said in English. I will lift up mine eyes
I lift up mine
to
eyes
the hills,
to the hills.
which come with my help.
Which come my
My
help.
help come from the Lord,
My help come from the
which
Lord.
made heaven and earth.
Made heaven
He will
and
not
earth.
suffer thy foot to be
He
moved.
that suffered thy foot to be
He
moved.
that keepeth thee
He that keepeth
will
thee
not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber
shall neither
nor
slumber
sleep.
nor sleep.
The Lord is thy keeper.
Lord is thy
And the
keeper.
Lord the shade upon thy right
Lord is
hand.
thy shade
The
upon thy
sun
right
shall
hand.
not smite thee by day,
The sun shall smite thee by
nor
day,
moon by night.
nor the moon by
The
night.
Lord shall preserve thee
The Lord shall
from
preserve
all
thee
evil.
from all
He shall
evil.
preserve thy
He shall
soul.
preserve thy
The
soul.
Lord shall preserve thy going out
The Lord shall preserve
and
thy
thy
going
coming
out
in
and thy
from
coming
this
in.
time forth
From this time
and
forth,
even forevermore.
and even forevermore.
Sar, prepare to salute the Torah. How about Shem Yahushua Brakya?
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakah.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakah. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakah.
Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bashem,
Yahshua
Barakah.
How about Shem Yahshua Barakah?
Yahweh Shem Yahushua Brakya. Scroll down. This concludes our Sabbath service. I'd like for anybody who'd like to get anointed, come up at this time.
And they are.
Yabaraki Yahweh. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayakanka.
Alyaka.
Yasha'a.
Yasha'a.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh
Yahweh.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Shara. 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 Ba'ashem Yahweh.
Bahashem Yahweh.
Tawada Aman.
Tawada Aman.
And what we said in the English is Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, protect. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Wayashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayakanka.
Wayakanka.
Yasha'a.
Yasha'a.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Wayashamlaka.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Bahashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Barak.
Barak.
Rapa'ah.
Rapa'ah.
Magun.
Magun.
Hagun.
Hagun.
Adar.
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 Adar. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Bahashem Yahweh.
Tawada Aman.
Tawada Aman.
What we said in the English. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, protect. Yabaraki Yahweh.
Yabaraki Yahweh.
Wayashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Ya'ar Yahweh.
Panyawa.
Panyawa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Wayakanka, Yasha'ah, Yahweh, Panyawa, Ayaka, Wayashamlaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Barak, Rapa'ah, Magun, Hagun, Natsazah, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, the water Aman. What we said in the English, Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect. All right. Last but not least, you understand, there's this brother's been coming here for a while, man. You understand, he's been a very diligent trooper. You understand, and the only thing I could really say about this brother is the words that I heard General Muhammad say back when I was a trooper. And one of the things he said was that an excellent trooper or a good trooper makes for an excellent officer. That's right. You understand? And because of that, I want to call Haquana Yah up to the front, Baba Kashaf. Right. And if we can put this brother on camera, you understand? Now, y'all, if you can put the camera on this brother, please, Baba Kashaf. And let's get some oil on this brother's head. You understand? The reason why we're putting this oil on this brother's head is because Haquana Yah has been a great trooper in the ISUPK. Right. You understand? He's given his life unto the Lord, and he showed to prove that he can follow orders under Commander General Yohana. That's right. You understand? And because of that, today you are no longer a trooper in the ISUPK. Right. From this day forth, you are a precinct officer of 50 in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Right. You understand? Right. Yabaraki Yahweh. Yabaraki Yahweh. Wayashamarka. Ya'al Yahweh. Panyawa. Ayaka. Wayakanka. Yasha'ah. Yahweh. Panyawa. Ayaka. Wayashamlaka. Shalom. Yahweh. Ba'ashem. Yahweh Shah. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magun. Hagun. Haquana. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. The water Aman. What we said in the English is Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shah, bless, heal, shield, and protect.
This concludes our Sabbath services, man, and we appreciate everybody's coming out and congratulate Haquana Yah for becoming officer of 50, you know, and we're going to salute out our brothers, okay? Madam Shabbat, Majid, Barak, Yamatah, Sar and face the sisters. Madam Shabbat, Amadim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Yamatah, class dismissed.